What's up guys, my name is Adrian Rivera and today I'm going to show you how to get your music noticed, but first we're going to go to ILMEA.
When you got your headphones and you feel alone, would you mind if I called you on the phone? Tell me are you cool with it? Tell me are you cool with it? When I talk you up, say you wanna link up, would you care if I came by to pick you up? Tell me are you cool with it? Feel my way back to you, oh. Feel my way back to you, oh. Feel my way back to you.
So what exactly is ILMEA? ILMEA stands for Illinois Music Education Association, and essentially what this is that high schoolers get to come to seminars and basically get to learn more about their craft. Right now I'm here for music composition, but the thing is there's also things like jazz, there's choir, band, orchestra that a whole bunch of musicians from Illinois get to go to. And the cool thing about this is that Illinois is not the only one that gets this kind of stuff. There are other states that you could essentially do this for. However, I just happen to live in Illinois, so obviously I'm gonna do ILMEA. So what I've been doing is I've just been learning a whole bunch of stuff about music composition and these seminars that I've been doing, and I've just been meeting a lot of new people and learning a lot of new stuff about them and also their music. And this is actually a great segue into my first point. If you want to get your music noticed, a great way is to just be involved with your community. And I think that is one of the best ways to gain a following that will respect and actually appreciate the work that you do. Now there are a couple of ways to be active in your community. One of the first ways is to join competitions. So when you join competitions, you have more chances to get your songs noticed by the right people. There are multiple people submitting to these competitions. So just the fact that there's already a community there competing against each other could bring other competitors to listen to what you got. And another good benefit about doing competitions is the possible prize pool. Specifically, I know that there's some competitions that provide you with new equipment that you could use in your production, or even some money that can help you purchase new equipment or go towards marketing. And your songs could also be posted on these bigger platforms that give you recognition for competing in contests. Another way that you can be active in your community is to create content that people can learn from. So in my past experience, I've gained a lot more of a following by posting more selfless content on YouTube. If you look back at my older videos about a year ago, I used to always just do singles, and when I released those singles, they didn't really get that many views or likes or plays or anything like that, because it was more focused towards me and getting my music out there and then showing you like, hey, listen to this, listen to this, listen to this, so there really wasn't that much of a connection. Then 2 years after I posted my first single, I started posting tutorials. And when I first started posting tutorials, I had around like 170 subscribers. But after I kept posting and posting, my analytics shot up. And I can even show you my timeline from back in 2018 to now. Because I was posting more selfless content, I was providing value for people because they were learning things that I already knew. And the fact that I was able to help people and that I was creating for people instead of myself, the universe gave back to me and allowed me to gain more of a following. And now, a year later, after I first started posting tutorials, I have around 2,000 subscribers, and it just keeps growing and growing. Another thing that you should be doing is showing people that you genuinely care. So if you're creating music and you're just providing people with value in general, they will take notice. So I believe that when you provide to the universe will give you back an equal amount of what you put there. So showing people that you care about what you're doing and about what they're doing lets people know of your intentions and that you're just here to make great music. And because of that, naturally, people just want to hear more from you. And I know this for a fact because when I started posting tutorials, the plays specifically for one song called Keep Me Steady went up a lot because people were just interested in what music I was making. And that was my most recent single at the time. So because I was just providing people with value and showing people that I actually cared about my music and their music, I gained a lot more traction and a lot more plays because I was just there helping my community. Another thing you could do is collaboration. So what I'm here for right now is a song that me and my friend Connor, aka Zephyr, have done before. It's called My Way and it's on my album. It's the intro to the album and the album's coming soon. So make sure to check it out when it is out. But basically, so we met here at LMA. I was gonna say at LMAO. So we met at ILMEA last year, and during that time we became friends, and afterwards we exchanged information. And over the summer I was working on a song, and I was thinking like, man, I really want to up this song. And I knew that Connor was an EDM producer, so I got into contact with him and I told him, hey, I got a song and I really want you to help me out with this. So I sent it over to him, and then after that we completed it, and then we submitted it to ILMEA this year and got selected, and we both came back. So Connor, do you want to talk about our collaboration?
With ours, we both use FL Studio, so we had the same DAW, so like we knew immediately like transferring files back and forth would be pretty easy. And so Adriel already had an initial idea with the chord progression and what kind of groove he wanted to have with it. And originally, like when he sent me the file, I didn't really know what to do with it, just because like I didn't want to mess with what he had going. But then once he gave me like an idea, like what kind of electronic vibe he did, I just kind of added my own flair to it, and it all worked out. So there was a lot of bouncing the file back and forth over Dropbox, but it turned out to be really cool and a really fun opportunity for the both of us. So.
Yeah, definitely. If you have never collaborated before, collaboration is just a good way to get yourself out there, get noticed by a lot more people. I know for a fact that the people that listened to my music had no idea who Connor was, especially from my school. They had no idea who Connor was before, but after this song is going to be released, and after I showed the song to a couple of people, they know who Connor is now, and they have found interest into his music. And I know with you guys, if you decide to collaborate with other people, you can share your following and your fan base with others, and essentially what will happen is just like a nice exchange. You both win some, you know, so there really is no point to not collaborate. You don't have to do it all the time, but it is a good way to expose yourself to a new audience, and also just learn a little bit more about other types of music. There's so many people now.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like, shh, they're vlogging.
So Connor does a lot of different compositions. He has a lot of remixes that he does, and he submits them to people. So I wanted Connor to talk about his experience with compositions a little bit. So what do you have to say about that?
So for the most part, everything I've made is a remix, besides my collaboration with Adriel and a couple originals that I've kind of kept to myself. But the remixes have been really good for me just because the competitions I entered, they have had some rewards. Like for example, I've been able to come here. Like last year, I won the remix competition, so that brought me here where I was able to meet Adriel, and then we can make our collaboration to come back again. So it's always been a really cool experience, you know, learning from people from this competition. And then in other competitions I've entered, I haven't necessarily placed, but it's helped me gain exposure and show people what I'm capable musically, while also taking a familiar idea that they know. So like taking a song that someone's familiar with and then putting your own spin on it can say a lot about what you do as an artist, and then it also gives you the opportunity to expand your profile as well.
And so I just want to thank Connor for coming on here to talk about that with you guys. If you want to see more of his stuff, I'll leave links in the description. His name is Zephyr, that's his artist name. So go ahead, check him out. He has amazing music, and I know you guys will enjoy him. Links below.
I can't take this serious.
I know. It's below,
I swear.
It's below.
Like...
2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Cool. You might want to wipe off this microphone.
Yeah. Hold on.